Hi everyone, my name is Jason Ferguson and I'm with V Technologies. Today we're going to be diving into the differences between our shipping software StarShip versus the QuickBooks Enterprise Shipping Manager. We received a ton of feedback from customers who utilize the QuickBooks Shipping Manager. They're coming to us and explaining that they're experiencing some problems with how the software is running. They're telling us that there's no support for multiple packages in a single shipment. They're experiencing inability to build to customers' shipping accounts. They don't have an option for testing label printing without paying for the postage ahead of time, while also experiencing authentication errors, and that's especially with UPS. So the overall flexibility and capability has been reduced, and overall it's not meeting their business needs. So with StarShip, we operate a little bit differently. With StarShip, we provide a multi-carrier, multi-mode flexibility, so that way StarShip can be a single source for all your shipments. We maintain QuickBooks integration in order to streamline that process and pull in order information. We support multi-packaging shipping and rate shopping, as well as shipping on your customers' accounts. StarShip also has the capability of producing international and advanced documentation while providing scalability for growth. So with that's being said, let's dive into a demonstration of StarShip so that way you can see the software in action. StarShip has direct integration with QuickBooks and can pull from either a sales order, like I'm using in my case, or an invoice. The integration happens in real time. So as soon as I save this document, StarShip's going to automatically pull in all of this order information, including the order number, the customer ship to address. We can utilize the ship via field. So if I put down UPS here, that's going to designate to my UPS account within StarShip. And then also pull in those line item information as well. So I'm going to jump into StarShip, and what you will see is that when StarShip pulls in an order, it's all going to be displayed down in this queue below. So you can filter off any of these queues, filter off any of these columns up above, or you can simply come up top, type in that order number. All that information from the sales order is going to appear on one screen for you within StarShip. Since I put down this is going UPS Ground, I have this defaulted to my UPS Ground account within StarShip. So if this is who I'm shipping with, I don't need to change it. I don't need to touch it. I don't need to manually pick the account. It's already going to be defaulted correctly. Really, all we want the shipper to do once they log into StarShip is just designate how the items are going to be packaged. So you can see in my case, I have line items being pulled in and packed inside its own box. So I can come in here and I can utilize custom packaging, type in the dimensions. Or if I have packaging that I consistently use, I can set up a packaging database within StarShip. So you can see I have quite a few packages already set up. If I select one of my preset packages, you'll see the dimensions are already pre-selected and hard-coded. So that way, as the shipper, I don't even need to type that information in. It's already going to be there. Then from there, StarShip's going to provide you a quote, and you can see we have three columns here. We have a list, contract, and a pride. So list, that's just going to be the published rates. Contract, this is going to be your negotiated rates. And the pride charges takes into consideration any markups that you as a company have set up within StarShip. So in my example, I'm having StarShip mark up my freight by 10%, and then I'm having StarShip push that back into QuickBooks. So that way I can hand that off to my customer to pay. I can also rate shop this order. So if I want to look for the cheapest option between my carriers, whether it's UPS, FedEx, USPS, I can have that information all available within StarShip, so I can find cost-saving methods. In this case, looks like UPS Ground is coming in at $79, while USPS is coming in at $56. So I can change that if needed. Then from there, if all looks good, you can ship and process. If you need to add anything in terms of accessorials, you can come into these shipment details where you can add on insurance, handling fee, quantity eNotify, print and return label. All these options are available for you to select at any point. But if all looks good, all you do is ship and process. StarShip's going to print out all the applicable labels for you. It's going to push the information over to UPS in real time. And then it's also going to push that information back into QuickBooks. So if I do jump into QuickBooks and I open up that order that I used to process before, you'll see that StarShip updated the next available line item with all of these order details. So now I have my shipped on date, I have my service who picked up the shipment, I have my tracking numbers, I have my items that were included within the shipment, additional tracking numbers for any additional boxes, and then StarShip can also push back the freight amount as well. So that way you can hand that off to your customer to pay. And then from there, as the shipper, you can just move on to your next shipment within StarShip. What else comes with StarShip is we have a whole dashboard for you. So you can jump into this dashboard and you can see that something StarShip will provide you is a heat map that comes right off the bat. You can see where you ship to most frequently, what areas you don't ship to, potentially come up with marketing strategies to target those unaffected areas. And then you can also throw on charts onto that main page, a nice, quick, easy way to measure total cost. You can update the dates if you want to, change it from 3 months to the last month. And then we have a whole reporting section out of StarShip. So anything you want to generate a report on, you have the capability to do so within StarShip. This is great for measuring KPIs. And then another feature that StarShip offers is that StarShip can also send out automated emails to your customers that contain the tracking information. So if you want StarShip to automatically deliver that notification to your customer, we can do so. It's a template, so you can design StarShip to how you see fit. You can put your company header up top, your website at the bottom. We make it look like it's coming from your domain as opposed to us. But most importantly, it's going to contain a hyperlink that redirects them to the carrier's web page. But that's StarShip for you. Please feel free to reach back out. If you have any additional questions, if you'd like to schedule a demo for yourself, we'll be happy to do that. And once again, my name is Jason. I'm with V Technologies. Thank you.